Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joel here with as many reviews as possible, and today we're doing the first impression video of the Reebok Legacy Lifters. Alright guys, so first a little background with the Legacy Lifters. These were announced not that long ago, and since then they've been making waves in the weightlifting community, in the CrossFit community. One of my most anticipated shoes of the year after I found out they were coming out, and also one of my most questioned products of the year. Everybody's asking me when I'm gonna get these, what the difference between X and X are with the Legacy Lifters. So I'm going to try to go over some of that stuff today. This isn't going to be a full review, but I'm going to try to touch on some of the talking points that have been brought up and a couple of my first impressions with the Legacy Lifters. Now, the Legacy Lifters are Reebok's first actual weightlifting shoe. I say that because there are the CrossFit weightlifting shoes, but the purpose of those shoes were mainly to be able to do workouts and WODs with them and to be able to do weightlifting movements in those workouts. So those shoes are a little bit more flexible. They're pretty stable for what they're worth, and I actually think they're great shoes. But in order to contend with such names as Nike and Adidas, Reebok has come out with the Legacy Lifters as a dedicated weightlifting shoe. So you'll see a lot of similarities between the Legacy Lifters and the most popular lifters on the market. Mainly, the heel height is stated at 0.75 inches, so 3/4 of an inch. Now, on the bottom of the lifters, of the Legacy Lifters, it says 22 millimeters. And what that equates to in inches is 0.86 inches. So, putting the Legacy Lifters on, you'll notice an actual hike in the heel height. It's not a huge hike, but it's definitely noticeable if you're used to lifting with flat shoes or even 3/4 of an inch heeled shoes. Another similarity that you'll find on the Legacy Lifters is the dual medial strap. One here, one here. The difference on the Legacy Lifters though is that there is this middle strap that's actually connected together by lacing the shoes on. One huge thing that I saw with the Legacy Lifters that I liked was the fact that it's got this gap right here in the Velcro. So when you go to put the Legacy Lifters on and you want to strap your laces in, it doesn't actually ruin the laces when you put that Velcro over. Minor thing, but to me that's a huge detail that Reebok has addressed. Another thing with the Legacy Lifters is that you have the exo frame, and what that really just is just a heel counter, hard TPU heel counter that goes across, locks your heel into place. The base of the Legacy Lifters is a huge base. It's kind of offset by this little tapering right here of the heel, but it extends, and this is definitely one of the most stable shoes that I've ever used in my life. And honestly, I think it is the most stable weightlifting shoe, not only because of the outsole, but also because of the sheer weight of the shoe. These things are bricks. They are heavy. The heaviest shoe that I have used thus far, and I think they're like about 20 ounces per shoe, which is 4 ounces heavier than the Adi Powers and the Nike Romaleos. You can definitely feel that weight when you're walking around in these shoes, but you definitely feel planted to the ground when you're moving around in these shoes. Another thing about these shoes that makes them also dedicated weightlifting shoes is that they're not very flexible. Doing workouts, WODs in them, I did one yesterday and my feet started to ache after a few cleans. It was only like a 15-minute AMRAP, but halfway through it was kind of tough to have these on. Granted, they are brand new and that was the first workout that I ever did with them. appearance wise, I think the Legacy Lifters are probably the best weightlifting shoe to look at. Initially, I thought the black and golds were going to be the end-all be-all colorway for me, but upon opening up the white and black colorway, these things are real stunners in real life. Something about the pictures, seeing them in videos, makes them kind of look a little cheap, but in real life they're a very, very good looking shoe. And I might send back the black and golds that I have on order and just keep the white and black ones. These are very, very good looking shoes. Now, of course, the Legacy Lifters retail for $200 for the pair, which people have been complaining that that's kind of expensive for a weightlifting shoe, but that is the standard price. Nike Romaleos are $189, Addy Powers were $200, Noble Lifters are $300, Position Lifters are $200. So that's very standard, and I feel like that's a reasonable price to ask for a quality pair of weightlifting shoes, which so far the Legacy Lifters have proved to me in the short time that I've had them. Granted that this is not a review video, remember this is just a first impression video. So the fit of the Legacy Lifter is another big thing. It fits a lot like the Nike Romaleos. You actually can feel the heel increase between the forefoot and the heel. The platform is very, very similar to the Nike Romaleos, more so than the Addy Powers. It does get a little bit tight right here, but not so much to the point where it's ever uncomfortable. Definitely better than the Nike Romaleos and the Addy Powers in this area because it's a little bit more rounded versus the pointedness of the Romaleos and Addy Powers. Remember that this front toe box area is leather and it will stretch over time. So if you have issues with fitment, you can count on that area being able to stretch over time. These are a size 9 and you're gonna size these just like you would any weightlifting shoes, half size down from your typical training shoes. So that's all I have to say about the Reebok Legacy Lifters for now. If you guys have any questions or comments about the Reebok Legacy Lifters, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always guys, thanks for watching. The review's coming shortly.